Well, hello and welcome to this edition of the EV Revolution Show. My name is Kenneth Bocor, your host, as hopefully you know. And today I'm very excited to be at Nissan Canada corporate head office for the initial press launch and walk around of the 2026 all new, all designed, and brand new Nissan LEAF. I'm very happy and excited to see this product. So I'm going to go through some of the specs. I'm going to do an interview one of their directors here that's going to give us all kinds of information about this vehicle. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. All right, so I'm here with Andrew Harkness. How are you, Andrew?
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you as well. He's the director of dealer network. What else do I have? Electrification, corporate strategy, and a bunch of other stuff, correct? Yeah, it's a long title, so I was trying to write it all down and ran out of paper. Thanks very much for taking the time and for inviting me here to Nissan HQ to have a first look at the beautiful next generation LEAF. I'm so excited about that.
Excellent.
My viewers know that my first EV was a 2018 Nissan LEAF, which we absolutely loved.
Yes.
So really passionate about the product line and about the company. We've owned many Nissans in the past, lots of Versas, including Versas Notes, so we're a big fan. But this is a nice step in the future direction, and I'm hoping that you can explain to viewers kind of the thought process, around the last few years about bringing this vehicle to market. Okay.
Sure. So again, for us, pioneers into the EV market,
Yep.
2011, first Nissan LEAF launched, 700,000 sold globally. We have a lot of customer experience and customer feedback on these cars. And we know that electrification is the future.
Yep.
It was time to bring in the third generation LEAF to complement our Aria portfolio. And we're trying to continue to democratize electrification to all of our customers, obviously with an affordable offering and packing it full of tech, great aerodynamics, and a great overall package for a vehicle for a family.
And I think that's key, because certainly in the times that we are at now, mid-2025, with the economic, stuff that's going on around the world, trying to bring EVs that are more affordable, more to the mass market, but that thought process and being able to still package it in a modern design with modern amenities and new technology and all that kind of stuff. How were you able to do that?
Well, how are we able to do that? Again, our job is to solve for people's everyday needs.
Yep.
In their daily lives. And so, for this car, it was really about simplifying and improving the charging experience with the vehicle, right? It's got both a level 2 1772 port
Yeah.
and the NACS port, first time on a Nissan vehicle there. So customers will be able to access charging everywhere they need through our Nissan Energy Charge network. They just look at their app, plug the charger in that they want to, and everything will take care of itself with plug and charge also. And then on the packaging of the features, we spend a lot of time listening to our customers' feedback and what they want and are asking us for in their cars, and that's how we come up with the packaging of the content and features for Canadian markets.
Also, which helps is this is a derivative of the Aria platform,
Yes.
right? So taking some existing technology, putting into a smaller package, still with lots of room. I think you guys are calling this a CUV, so crossover utility vehicle, rather than a subcompact EV,
Correct, yeah.
I guess, from that perspective. So it is pretty roomy. As you said, you've updated the charging. Both, it's got liquid thermal management, all that kind of really new technologies, heat pump technologies, and more efficiencies, being able to draw heat and stuff in the wintertime. A lot of winter testing you mentioned. Now the specs on this is a front wheel drive version only, with a 75 kilowatt hour battery at first, producing 214 horsepower, 261 pound-feet of torque, which is, as we talked about, offline more than fast enough to get you up to highway speeds and pass people. There's a smaller pack version coming a little bit later in the S trim. This is the Platinum Plus that you're seeing, with an SV in the mid trim, SV Plus in the mid trim. That smaller battery is 53 kilowatt hours for 174 horse and 256 pound-feet of torque, if I can read my writing correctly. And again, you brought that because I was thinking, well, why two packs? But then again, you want that affordability aspect, correct?
Yeah, so we, of those customers, they're not all cut from the same cloth. Some, it's very important for them to get maximum range out of the car, and so we offer the bigger battery for that customer. Obviously, that comes with a little bit more cost. For customers that are commuting more reasonable distances that don't require that max battery size, well, we'll be able to get a more affordable package in with the 53 kilowatt hour battery.
And I take it that the range on the bigger battery is about 488 kilometers. On the smaller one, probably somewhere around the high 300s to low 400 range,
As
estimated.
we get closer, we'll kind of, but you're
The
kind of in
EPs.
the ballpark.
Yeah. excellent. And, you know, one of the things that's going to help it get that range is the aerodynamics, and you talked a lot about this in the welcoming that you did for us. I really love the simple, clean lines and that aerodynamic look. It really has that area look to it as well, just in a smaller platform. But a 0.26 drag coefficient, which is really good for something like this.
Absolutely. No, it was super important. Obviously, the impacts on range are going to be how much energy you're carrying with you and how efficient you are moving through the air. And so things like the motorized door handles, the rake of the rear window, the 45-degree spoiler, the height of the chin here at the front, all of these are, you know, we have excellent engineers and designers who have a obsession at delivering the most efficient vehicle out there for our customers, and so that's what we achieve.
From a practicality, you know, if we go back to charging, you know, you've got great AC charging at 7.2, which is more than enough for overnight charging, and then your DC fast charging supporting up to 150 kilowatts, giving you that 10 to 80 in about the 35-minute time frame, which is the norm. You mentioned supporting plug-in charge, and also because it has built-in NACS supporting the Tesla superchargers. I just brought that vehicle. I have a Tesla, so I loaded up the app while you were talking, and lo and behold, there's a Nissan LEAF. So now once I get one, I can go take it to a supercharger and charge it. It's that easy, folks. So as far as finding charging plugs for road tripping, they're all over the place, but with a combination of networks. Cargo capacity is pretty good, and I'll throw up some specs while we're talking about it. But from the interior, you talked about some of the, you know, being able to incorporate the engineering on the zero gravity seats. Again, you wanted to bring this, even though this is a compact CUV, you wanted to be able to still bring the openness and the comfort to passengers and drivers, correct?
Yeah, so two elements on that. One, if you're not familiar with Nissan zero gravity seats, a very 60-second blurb. Years ago, we bought a ton of data from NASA, put it together. We were able to develop cuts of the foam and the type of foam density which allow, when sitting in it, to reduce compression, increase blood flow, reduce fatigue, and just feel more comfortable in the car. And so that was a big home run for our interiors. And we're able to bring it now, you know, on the more affordable vehicles. And so LEAF, front row and back row standard zero gravity seats. We're super excited by that. The learnings we did on Aria with the openness of the interior, you know, almost a living room type space. Very important for us. You feel like you're in a bigger car than you are by that. And so by moving the gear selector to the dash, slim down the console, get lots of room. And so it's great usable room, and you feel very comfortable in this interior space here.
Absolutely. Side to side, it's a very comfortable environment to be in. You know, flat floor, very spacious and open on lots of room, as you mentioned. From a tech, it's going to have the the higher trim will have the dual 14.3 screens with Google integration for navigation in the OS. On the, is it the S Plus? Is it the mid and lower trims will have the 12.3s?
12.3, yes,
Yeah,
right.
dual
That's
screens.
good,
On that. Moonroof is optional, and this is monochromatic, but you guys have implemented it in a little bit different way. You were showing us where it actually steps almost like if you were pulling a screen back, but doing it within the roof itself.
Yeah, so really cool feature. Nissan first for us is the electrochromatic roof. So available on Platinum Plus, standard on that trim. You'll, as if you had a physical shade to the moonroof, you're able to shade out the front portion or the back portion with your front passengers or back passengers. It, first of all, looks cool. It looks really cool, and it's very functional, and also allows us to increase the headroom in the vehicle, because we don't have that extra shade that has to take up space in the headliner.
And we actually had somebody 6'1" sitting in the middle of the back seat and barely, like, not even scraping the roof, like almost there. So it shows some of the roominess and how that design has really incorporated into that. From an ADAS perspective, all the standard suite of ADAS systems?
Yes, Nissan Safety 360 standard from the base trim onwards. So for emergency braking, rear collision intervention, et cetera, all included. Safety is a very important non-negotiable for us.
Absolutely, excellent. And a lot of people ask me about phone integration. Yes, wireless Android, wireless Apple Play. I mentioned about the tech, about the winter. You talked about a lot of cold testing, winter testing, because you have, obviously, this is a global car. So there's a lot of people in Norway, a lot of people in other cold climates, including Canada, that want to get the best range out of this. And you've really spent a lot of engineering and time focusing on that need.
We're very, very proud that since 2018, we've had a team of dedicated Canadian engineers working on cold weather testing. We've been able to, I'd say, bring to Nissan globally the fact that we are a benchmark when it comes to cold weather performance. And so this vehicle, from conception all the way through delivery, has been cold weather tested in Northern Ontario, in Timmins, Northern Quebec, in Chicoutimi, Northern Alberta, And all of that feedback has gone into how we package the car, and including the additional thermal management that we were able to
Right.
involve in this. And so this has become the cold weather benchmark for Nissan globally, and we're super proud of it.
Excellent. And these will be coming for the North American marketplace from Japan, I understand.
That's
And then, of course, Europe is going to be fed from the UK, from that facility, from a manufacturing. So no U.S. Manufacturing in the foreseeable future anyway, no need, because you'll have enough capacity to fulfill.
Yep, that's right.
From those areas. So you talked about the beginning, Andrew, about improve your charging experience, improving the ranges, which you're delivering on. The new design is continuing with the openness and the roominess and the comfort level for consumers, and then the driving experience. Being economical from a efficiency perspective, yet giving you enough horsepower, torque, and oomph to get you where you need to go in a hurry, but don't speed, folks, if you need to. Any final comments around that whole strategy and this product here?
LEAF being called the grandfather of EVs, we're really excited to have this third generation here. Again, the concept of democratizing electrification for customers, those that are dipping their toes or want to explore, this is a great car to do it in. Our Nissan dealers are super well equipped. We've got one-stop shop for charging needs and the app needs, trying to make it as easy as possible. I'm really excited to see these out on the road, and hopefully your viewers are going to enjoy their LEAF experiences with it. Yeah,
I'm excited, and we will get pricing and all more information when the official launch comes out in the fall of this year, so stay tuned for that. We don't have any indication on pricing, folks, but we were having some offside conversations, and I do expect this to be within that affordability bracket, especially the entry-level one, and all levels to be there to really help continue to spur EV adoption. So extremely happy to see where Nissan has landed with the next generation LEAF. Very happy, and can't wait to get some seat time eventually when these things come out. So thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for the opportunity.
It's been great. No problem. Thank you. Well, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the EV Revolution Show. A quick first look at the 2026 Nissan LEAF all-electric. Again, super excited to see this vehicle. It's taken a bit of time, but I think Nissan's nailed it with this vehicle. I very much look forward to getting some seat time in the fall, hopefully when they start getting some press vehicles later part of this year. So keep watching my channel for that. Thank you very much for tuning in. And again, thanks for Nissan Canada for inviting me to this event. Really appreciate getting some airtime, getting a chance to see the vehicle and talk to some people about it. So if you have any questions or comments, please, you can connect with me with this information below. Via email works best for me. I'd love to hear from you if you have some questions. If you're thinking about getting into another LEAF or getting into the LEAF, hopefully I can answer some questions for you, but stay tuned for that. Again, everybody stay safe, and until the next episode, I will see you when I see you. Take care and bye-bye.